And welcome back to Lantern Corp, pre-recorded on Monday for Tuesday. And this one comes to us from, actually, 4 different people, if I got this right. Lucas Rivera, Mason Long, Parker Smith, and Venom3421, who ask, what Lantern Corps does Doomslayer / Doomguy belong in? It's slash because they're essentially the same character, it's just Doomslayer's an upgraded version of Doomguy. And Doomguy's personality is kind of not there mostly. It's like he's your stern action hero who does not talk very much, but he's always there. It's like he never wavers or anything like that. It's like there really isn't much to go off of with that. But still, I figured, all right, what can we do with that as a character? Let's figure that out. So let's get a couple of the ones that he can't qualify for out of the way. Despite the fact he's fighting hell, because of all the killing he does, he's survived for God knows how long, so you could say he's managed to live that long. But the fact that he's still taking life, demonic life, albeit, but the life, disqualifies him for the Lantern Corps of life. Surprisingly, though, I also don't think he'd qualify for the Black Lantern Corps, because even though he has killed God knows how many demonic entities, he's killing evil. He's not enveloping himself in death. He's not enjoying death. He's just doing it because he's got to survive and, protect individuals from hell. So that doesn't work. Hope doesn't really fly either. Sure, he probably never wavers in the belief that he's going to win, but I don't know if you can qualify that as hope so much as will. Avarice, the guy never seems to really care about anything besides, protecting and, fighting off the evil. So I don't see any greed in him as an individual. Compassion, I'm sure he probably does have compassion. If I remember correctly, he had a pet rabbit that died, or was killed, so a lot of this has been a revenge for that rabbit. So I don't know if he probably has compassion. It's just the games never really show that off, because there's no reason to show that off. Neither is there a reason for them to show off love with him. There's just no reason to it. There's no purpose. So that brings us down to the last 3. I will say this. I only think he can qualify for 2. And one of them I think is pushing it. One is the Red Lantern Corps of... Well, let me... One second. As I normally do. One is the Red Lantern Corps of Will. Now, his will probably overrides his rage. But the man isn't a happy dude. He's really pissed off that hell keeps coming up and he has to keep fighting hell. That rage is there. That rage is... Now, it's like a burning rage, but it's a rage he's got under control. But still, it's rage. So I would completely believe Red as a candidate for the Lantern Corps that he could belong in. I do not surprisingly believe Fear, because I don't think Hell is necessarily afraid of him. None of the demonic entities are there, because they're evil demons. They don't care about what you do or who you are. They want to just kill you. He just happens to kill them better. So Will's the only other option, and if I'm going to break it down between the red and the green, I'm just going to say green, because if you're talking about perseverance, willpower, and everything in between, green is a personification of that, obviously, and he's kind of a personification of will. I would go green for him, with red being a very close secondary option. Now, this is a short one, obviously, this is a short video, but I don't play Doom, so I really don't have a lot to go off of. I will admit that fully. So everyone who wants to get on, is like, yeah, how can you do it if you don't know them? Because people suggested it, so I did it. God. So I don't, that always boggles me a little bit. It's like, well, you shouldn't do it if you don't know the character. I'm just using that voice. Or is it, you shouldn't do it if you don't know the character. Come on, man. Seriously, you shouldn't do it if you don't know the character. It's like, you do realize people give me suggestions. I look up information so I can do the best I can for that character. With all the suggestions I get for any of these, of course I'm not going to know all the characters I get suggested for any of my verses or Lantern Corps videos. So I was like, I just got to do the best I can with what I have. And with what I have available, I would think green is probably the best option. Again, with a close secondary, though, being red. I think red isn't a bad option. I just think green is better. So ultimately, that's my opinion on what Lantern Corps I think Doomslayer belongs into. Short, sweet, and to the point. We'll get more complex characters and more complex answers to the complex question with other Lantern Corps videos. For instance, the next one coming up next week. So keep your eye out for that. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win. Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything new to the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So hit that bell if you want notifications, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Later!